What do you do when you can't move forward and you can't go back? When you're stuck in the middle and suffering surrounds you? In the case of Ms. Regina M. Kranger, you take a stand and sacrifice what little you have. With only the desire to create change, the love in her heart, and the faith that better days are ahead, she attempts to make her world in the Buduburam Refugee Settlement a better place. Within Buduburam, just outside of Accra in Ghana, West Africa, lives 35,000 people who have fled a bloody war in nearby Liberia. Buduburam opened in 1990 following the outbreak of war in Liberia and has since transformed from a temporary refugee camp to a more permanent refugee settlement. With the end of the Civil War and former dictator Charles Taylor facing charges in the International Criminal Court, the UNHCR is now in the process of withdrawing all services to the settlement. Within this complex landscape of people struggling to survive and rebuild their lives, an extraordinary story is unfolding. On the outskirts of Buduburam, in a small cinder-block structure, is Regina Kranger's home. A.R.C.H, or the Abandoned Refugee Children's Home, is the product of Regina's sacrifice. A.R.C.H is home to 17 children, ranging in age from 4 months to 18 years. All the children are without any family. Some came to Buduburam as refugees, the rest born into the camp, many to teenage mothers, and then abandoned. Infants abandoned and left in the care of mommy.
My name is Regina M. Kranger. I'm the founder of A.R.C.H. A.R.C.H stands for Abandoned Refugee Children Home, located in Buduburam camp. I started about 3 years back, and I started helping children and things to see how they will get life and how they will get future. The children are altogether 17. 4 of them are babies. Yes. And the eldest among is 18 years. It is very difficult. Sometimes I have to go without food, sometimes a week. I have to deny myself of everything. That's the only way I'm able to reach out to them, because if I take care of myself, I'm not able to cater for them. So I deprive myself of everything just to reach out for them. Even sometimes I don't even sleep in the night to cater, especially for the younger ones. I have started it from my youth age. I was at the age of 13 when I started reaching out for people. I just love to do it because I feel that God created human beings for a purpose. So because of this purpose, I'm reaching out to people to give them love. Because I find that most of the people, they don't love. Because if you don't love, you cannot give out love. So the love that is inside of me, I start to share it out, to show other people that it is good to be loved. No matter what the condition, no matter what kind of situation you find yourself, your key always in life must be love.
Regina began looking after abandoned children 3 years ago after returning from a failed attempt to move back to Liberia. She describes seeing the effect of war on children as pathetic and decided to help the children that she could upon her return to Buduburam. Beginning in her home without any assistance from funding agencies, she took in children who have no family to look after them.
I came first 2000 and I left and went Sierra Leone. I left from Sierra Leone and went back to Monrovia, thinking that the place was coming to be all right and thing to stay. But I found out it was no need. So I have to come back to Guinea. And I spent almost 2 weeks on the road. When I come back, I started helping children because of the condition I saw back. After the war, most of the children amputated and things. It was too pathetic on the line of children. So when I came now, I started forming up this organization. I started helping children so that at least to give them wisdom so that tomorrow they'll become great children, that they will not able to fight war for the second time in our country.
3 years after those humble beginnings, Regina had the good fortune of meeting Selena Gitch and Penelope Chester, 2 NGO workers volunteering their time in the settlement.
Accidentally, we met on the camp. When I started explaining to them about what we were going through, they were concerned and wanted to see what actually I was saying, what if it was true. And so they came to the house. When they came to the house and they saw it, and they felt pity for us and decided that they would come up to help us.
Selena and Penelope have formed the A.R.C.H Project, an NGO created to fund grassroots projects in Buduburam that can create real, sustainable change in the lives of refugee children living in the settlement and beyond. A.R.C.H means children in Kipele, a Liberian dialect. According to the group, a significant proportion of the people living in Buduburam are orphan children or unaccompanied minors. Niapele has chosen to work in the settlement as the refugees of Buduburam live in below standard conditions and face numerous hardships on a daily basis. With Niapele's help, the cinder block structure, donated after the death of the previous resident, was renovated to house the children, and A.R.C.H was formalized into an official organization. This process has not been without its challenges. Monies recently paid to a contractor, a refugee also living in Buduburam, to construct bunk beds for the children was used instead for his mother's funeral in Liberia. The 17 children sleep both in the partially constructed bunk beds and on 2 mattresses on the floor. Regina is not alone in her work at A.R.C.H. Mark Myers acts as a teacher and administrator for the home, among many other duties. He has a particular interest in helping the children of this home, as he himself is a refugee who lost his family and was forced to grow up in various refugee camps on his own.
My name is Mark Myers. I'm Liberian, and I'm working with this organization, Abandoned Refugee Children Home. Just voluntary work we have been doing, and we are seeing how best we can cater to the little children so that they can have a better future for tomorrow. I see the need to help the abandoned refugee children because I myself am also a refugee, and so I know what it means to be a refugee and then abandoned at the same time. Well, I was 9.5 years old when I left from Liberia, and actually it's because of the war. Even presently, I don't know the word of my parents, and I don't know where I did now because I was just in the school one morning when fighting broke out, and I could not come home to see where my parents were. I just came in A.R.C.H with another family who helped to bring me in A.R.C.H, and since that time, I'm here.
Mark Myers explains that these children are particularly vulnerable, but with some assistance, have the potential to do great things.
These children here, they are the future leader for tomorrow. These children, they need to be well taken care of because these children, they have no foundation, they have no parents, and they are just here. We are striving with them, seeing how best they can come out. We have no job, no source of income, and we are just here with them.
A.R.C.H struggles to provide the 17 children with the basic requirements of life. Food, water, medicine, toilet facilities, and school fees are but a few of the costs that the home incurs. Niapele's funding has gone a long way to improve the situation, but they cannot fund the full cost of the project. Perhaps the greatest challenge the home faces, beyond the daily struggle to feed its children, is that A.R.C.H is forced to turn away other children who dearly need their help.
We don't even have food for the babies because they are small and they want to eat because they are not having breast. We need beddings for the children, we need blankets, we need food for the babies. We don't have toilet facilities. And we need more support because there are some more children that wanted to come in, but we stop it because we don't have any good support and good accommodation for them. So if we can get beds and things for them, we'll get blankets and things that will cover them, give them good life, build toilets for them, bring water in for them because no water, then things will be okay.
Donations to A.R.C.H, the abandoned refugee children's home in the Buduburam Refugee Settlement in Ghana, West Africa, can be made directly to the Niapele Project at www.theniapeleproject.org, where 100% of the donations goes directly to fund the home. In Accra, Ghana, this is Kevin Hill reporting.